Welcome back to Logic for March the 27th on Friday. This is the first of two videos I'm going to do for today. First, right now, I'm going to show you how to plug in values into a complex statement and derive the value of the total statement. So what we've got here, and this corresponds to section 6.3, as we've been discussing, we're going to have to plug in various values of true and false for the various statement letters. So in this case, we've got P is false, Q is true, and R is true. And here we've got something that looks very intimidating at first. We've got a three-letter statement with two negations involved. So here's what you do in a statement like this. Step one is you plug in the numerical truth values in place of the letters P, Q, and R. Step two is that you go to the innermost parenthesis, and that's this one within the double parenthesis, and that's what we're going to have to address first. When you go to an innermost parenthesis, the first thing you do within the parenthesis is that you apply any negations. So here we have a negation on the first zero. So we need to apply that before we can do anything else. So you apply that negation to the zero, and what you get within that parenthesis on the next version of the statement is that zero flips to a 1. So now we've got a 1 or 1 within that innermost parenthesis. Now we have to figure out the truth value for the 1 or 1, and as hopefully you've figured out by now, if an OR is true on either or both sides, the OR is true. So we put a 1 in place of that OR statement. So on this level, we've put a 1 in place of the OR statement, but now we have to apply this negation that is outside the innermost parenthesis before we can do the operator within this parenthesis. So we've got a negation on that 1, and of course that has to reverse the value of the 1 back to a 0. So the final statement we need to figure out the truth value for is if 0 then 1. And as I discussed with you last time, the conditional arrow statement is a little confusing, but you have to remember anytime the left half is false, the arrow statement will be true. So the value of this entire statement, as represented on this last line, is true. All right, so some reminders. We've got an introduction Word document up. We've got a PowerPoint up. I've got a form open. There are no exercises to do today in a sample test, but I will do a second video as well to talk about truth tables to figure out for an unknown truth value. All right, peace. See ya.